Welcome back, viewers. As we know, Linux Mint 22.3 Zena beta release is already available for download and install. You can try it out in your virtual machine or you can try it on your bare metal. So this is the release notes for Linux Mint 22.3 Zena. So if you see, the system requirements are still very modest. Just 2 GB of RAM is okay for the basic install. 4 GB is for more comfortable use. 20 GB of hard disk space is okay. You can go ahead with the installation, but 100 GB is recommended, and 1024 into 764 resolution is required, because on lower resolutions there will be issue with the windows. So best is to have minimum this much resolution scale on your monitor. And there are upgrade instructions also available. So if you are right now on a stable release, that is the 22.2, and you want to upgrade to 22.3, you can do that also. So that upgrade is also available, and that will be posted on the Linux Mint blog whenever the developers think the new version is ready for installation and used by the general public. So that time they will post the upgrade instructions, how to use the Mint upgrade tool to upgrade your system from 22.2 to 22.3. Right now it is not available for upgrade instructions are not out, but the upgrade instructions will be out when the developers are confident. Now there are some bugs right now. So for example, the XOR crash is observed in virtual machines. So they are given solutions how to prevent that. Then you have got the issue with the 3D acceleration in the virtual box. That also they are given the solution or the workaround. Shutdown time has now been reduced to 10 seconds. So it will fasten up the shutdown times. So it was requested by many users to reduce the shutdown time. There are some kernel issues with the older NVIDIA cards. So that is also reported here. And if you are using the older NVIDIA card, you have to read this and you have to be ready to face any problems. Further down, there are some sound issues. So the sound issues are mainly due to the migration from Pulse Audio to Pipewire in this latest release. So suppose if you got any issues with the Pipewire on your system, you can downgrade and change over to the Pulse Audio. So the terminal instructions are given here. You have to follow this. And in some systems, the grub2 theme in HDPI will look very small. So that for that you have to use the grub2 theme Mint 2K package. So that is the background wallpaper and everything will be in the 2K, and that will we can say restore the image, because what happens is the theme image will look very small in the background when you are using a high DPI monitor. So for that they have got a special theme with a 2K size wallpaper, and that will look perfect on your high DPI monitor. The Snap Store is, as usual, it is disabled, and if you want to re-enable it, you have to follow the instructions given here. That is the Linux Mint user guide, how to enable the Snap on your system. Now people will say, anyway, who wants to use Snap? Now look, there was an issue with Snap and Slap applications earlier, but now Ubuntu team has increased the performance of Snap applications. So in 24.04 LTS, the Snap applications are really snappy. They are very good to work with, just like any other application format. Only the issue now is with the Snap Store. Snap Store is very slow to start, very slow to upgrade, very slow to update. So if you are using Snaps and the Snap Store is there on your system, what you have to do is you have to use the terminal to refresh, that is terminal to update and upgrade the Snap Store. So you have to use the command sudo snap refresh. So that will speed up. So if you use the graphical software store, that is the Snap Store in graphical format, it takes a hell lot of time for the Snapstore to update and upgrade itself, and to update and upgrade the applications that are installed as Snap on your system. So that is a good workaround. Use the terminal to update and upgrade Snap and Snap applications. And home directory encryptions. In most cases, home directory encryption is slower than full disk encryption. So your encrypted home directory is no longer unmounted on logout. So that you have to take care. Guest sessions. So you can enable the guest sessions in the login window utility, but the option is now disabled by default. So you have to enable it manually. So if you have got any issues with the lib input driver for the touchpad, you can switch over to the older Synaptics driver. So I got a video how to enable the touch functionality on your Linux Mint or your Ubuntu using the Synaptics package. So that you can see the video is there. It has gone very famous. I think it was one of the first videos to cross 3000 views on my channel. So use the terminal commands given here. So for installing Wine, you will have to use the terminal. So it is given how to use that. And you can change the mouse pointer themes in root, Qt and Flatpak applications using this. This command is given. So that will modify the pointer theme for root and Qt applications. Suppose in case the DVD playback is not working with VLC, you have to specify dev SR0 as the disk device. So that will enable the VLC to read from the DVD that you are inserted in your system. Kernel 6.8 introduced a regression with the NTFS volumes, and sometimes you are unable to mount the NTFS volume and see volume is dirty and force flag is not set in the D message output. Launch this from the application menu, select your NTFS device, click the cog menu and choose repair file system. So this is the workaround for the NTFS volumes which are not mounting. And ZFS support has been removed from the your Linux Mint in this version, that is the Linux Mint 22.3. And there are some other issues, you can check this out. So those issues come from the upstream, that is the Ubuntu, and they have been recorded in the Ubuntu release notes. And there are certain tips here how to solve freezes during the boot sequence, moving windows which don't fit in the screen, user and password in the live session. So the username is mint and the password is empty in your live disk that you are going to use to install or try out the Linux Mint 22.3. So that's it. Now let us go over and check out the new features. So first feature, let us do it one by one. So the first feature is the new troubleshooting tools. This we will check out. Actually, I will just log in to the system, and here you can see the Wayland is not there. Still it is the exoc session that is available. So it was rumored, or there were discussions going on in the user group that Wayland may be available from this point release onwards, but still Wayland is not there. The developers are doing it a safe way. They are still going on with the exoc session only. Wayland is still not available. Only experimental session of Wayland is available right now. Let us log into the system. Meanwhile, let us check out. The first thing that you will notice here is this accept symbolic icons. So that I will show you right now. Yes. The first thing is you will have to change the display setting because resolution is not properly set right now. This is expected because it is a beta version and many things will be better once the final stable version is there. Okay. Now I will just show you. I will close this. You can see here, these are the new accept application. icons. So these are all sections. For example, in accessories section, there is a new icon and the all accessory applications are available here. You can see it here. So this is a new application menu, redesigned application menu. Then in graphics, you have got the graphics application. In internet section, the new icons are there, and you have got the internet related applications all stacked up here. In office section, you have got the all office related applications. In sound and video, you have got all the sound and video applications. These are all typical standard Linux Mint applications, celluloid, hypnotics and rhythm box. In preferences section, you have got the applications to tweak your system. So those are all available. These are all standard applications. Nothing new is there. Only the way it is shown in the application menu has changed, and this new except application menus are there with the new menu icons. This is the favorite section. There is no favorite applications right now. You can add to the favorite section, and this is the system administration applications here. This is all typically routine what you see in the Linux Mint. No changes there. Now this we have seen. Now let us go over to the troubleshooting tools and see whether the troubleshooting tools are available. So for that you have to search for the system administration, system information. So here you can see now it is all separated. So you got sections. So for example, the USB section will contain all the information related to USB. So which USB we can say manufacturer is there. So my USB belongs to Gemalto Adomax technology. So two USB, one is USB C port and A port is there. So that is giving information here. Then GPU, you can see right now, since it is a virtual machine, Red Hat virtual GPU is there. But if you are using on a bare metal, you will see the AMD Intel GPU, or it can be NVIDIA GPU. Any GPU that is on your system, it will shown here. And this is the all the devices attached to the PCI bus of my system. You can see it here. Then this is the BIOS information. So it is a virtual C BIOS that is right now working. And this is the system reports. You can launch timeshift from here. You can ignore the report. And these are the crash reports. So this is subtle changes to the system information application. So basically they have done the section wise information is there. Earlier everything was shown in one you can say in one section only, but now they have segregated the sections. So grouping is there. So all the devices controlled by USB controller are shown here in the USB section, and likewise. So this we have seen, and the keyboard layouts have been improved support for the keyboard layouts and the messenger chats, instant messaging. You can enable multiple layouts, and you can monitor and configure and do the administration of the different layouts from the keyboard utility here. And on the desktop from the panel you can change the layouts. So it was earlier it was there, but now it has been improved. The function has been improved. New menu we have already seen. This is the new cinnamon menu 6.6 that is being offered to the users. This 6.6 cinnamon is already available in the Arch repo. So if you are very much anxious to use this, you can install Arch Linux. Any distribution based on Arch, for example, you can use EndeavorOS. It will already have the cinnamon 6.6 desktop there. And I think some special directories, let me just check. Yes, the category section was made smaller and less noticeable to keep focus on apps. So this category section is made smaller and the application section looks very big. I will just show you what they have done is, I will just show. You can see here the applications look bigger than the category names. So the names of the applications look bigger and more wide and broad as compared to the names of the application categories. So that's very subtle, but it is very, we can say, very scientific approach to the application design menu. Yes. Now here you can see in the menu, I will just show you. Okay. You right click here and you can hit the configure button. It will show you how they are done. You can see here the content sidebar. So you can enable, disable everything. You can enable the sidebar. You can enable the avatar, favorites, recent. You can open the menu editor also, and you can configure this. So this is how the menu editor will look. So there are many more categories, like for example web, science. You can have game category, graphics, other categories there, programming category. So if you install any programming IDEs or programming software, immediately this programming category will get enabled on your system. It will be shown in the application menu. And you can show the music folder, pictures and everything in this application. For example, let us show music, and it should be shown here in the music. So the music folder has appeared. If you want pictures, you can click it here and it will be shown here. Pictures has come. You can have the videos folder, you can have documents and home folder from here itself. Here you can see all the user folders have now appeared on the application menu. So everything is working very fine, and this is the configuration for the appearance of the menu. You can change the font sizes, you can change the panel size, and behavior of the menu also you can change. So that's great. Now let us see if anything else is there. So this is the application with no sidebar. So if you don't like this sidebar, if you don't like, you can remove the sidebar and it will start looking again like it was there earlier. So this is how the menu looked earlier and this is how the menu looks now. But if you don't want the latest change to the application menu, you can go back by removing the sidebar. So I will just show you once how to do that. I'll close this. We will close this also, and let us go and configure. Just a moment. So here, if you want, you can remove the sidebar. I will just show you how it makes. So here you can see the sidebar has been removed. Now if I click it on again, you can see the sidebar has appeared. So now it is left to the users where you like the latest changes to the application menu, then you can keep. If you don't like the sidebar, which is the latest change in the application menu, you can remove it from here. So that will be get removed from the display. Nemo features a new template manager. Templates are used to create a new files when you right click a directory and create a new document. Okay, so that we can check right now. For example, let us open the Nemo. Okay, you can see Nemo version is 6.6.2. I will go to the home directory and here you can create a document. So no templates are installed right now, but if the Office applications are installed, the templates will be shown here. You can directly start with one of the pre-selected templates here, and you can start with the empty document also. So now the empty document is there and you can name the document along with the right extension. Why it is not coming up with the extension? Let me see in the Office. Okay, so maybe you have to first start the LibreOffice first once, and then it will install the different templates. Let us see. Here you can see the templates are there. So let us see. Yes, templates are there, and this should start the template. create? No. So template is right now not possible, but it will be there. So if you right click anywhere here, for example in documents, and try to create a new document, the template, you can choose the template and directly start the new document with a pre-selected template. Okay, so there are some updates available right now. 236 MB of updates, 12 updates are there. So that's great. So the team is working and there are some updates, some fixes will be there along with the standard updates from the upstream. And you can do multiple copies. You can copy multiple files at a time. Right? Earlier, only one file used to get copy from one location to other location. Other files used to wait for the copying of the first file to complete. But now, simultaneously, more than two files can be copied from one location to other location in your file system. So if you miss a notification, it shows a badge in your window list. So this will badge shown in the window list. The workspace feature applet has improved and its desktop representation is more clearer than before. That's it. And a new configuration tool was implemented to support the Thunderbird. So this is the Thunderbolt or the USB manager. So that we can see if it is available here. Right now it is not shown, but when you use actually it will come up here. Whenever you attach any Thunderbolt device, it will be shown here in the panel below. And there are some improvements to the XApps. So TimeShift received the ability to pause and resume during the snapshot. So suppose you are doing some snapshot and you want to pause, you can do that. Earlier it was not possible, but now you can pause any TimeShift snapshot taking. And there are some subtly other improvements. For example, Captain is now able to handle the installation of multiple packages via apt URLs. So Captain is now the package handler or the package manager. Package names need to be separated by comma. The update manager system tray shows a warning icon if the restart is recommended following the installation of updates. A new include all button is added to the min backup to make it easy to add all hidden files. So earlier this button was not there, so then it was difficult to add all the hidden files and folders in a min backup, but now the include all button is there. If you hit here, all the hidden files and folders will also be copied. The new Linux kernel 6.14 and our Ubuntu Noble base package base has been now updated. So the Ubuntu Noble 22.04.3 LTS base is now available and a kernel 6.14 is now available. Linux Mint 22.3 will receive security updates till 2029. Until 2026, future versions of Linux Mint will use the same package base as the Linux Mint 22.3, making it trivial for people to upgrade. Until 2026, the development team won't start working on a new base and will be fully focused on this one. Okay, so I'm going to close this and now let us focus on the system itself. The first thing that we are going to do is let us try to change the desktop background. What wallpapers are, because what happens is whenever any new point or a new major release is there from the Linux Mint team, you get new wallpapers. But I think in beta phase don't do it, but still we are checking whether any new wallpapers are there. So these are all old wallpapers, nothing new is there right now. But when the release will happen, when the stable release will be available for download, surely there will be new wallpapers for the users to use on the system. Now let us open the terminal. Let us check. You can see a 6.14 kernel is there. It is available. Any other thing is there that we need to check? Yes, so nothing new, no new applications are there. Only what we have seen that is new. Very subtle changes are there to the system, and I think the system is working very fine. I had used the system earlier in the afternoon. I didn't have any application crashes or the system was not crashing. It was all very stable, and as usual Linux Mint is known for the stability and it will continue to be stable because the developer team of Linux Mint is doing a fantastic job over the years, and uh, all the Linux Mint releases till date are fantastic. They are building up on the fantastic, we can say, performance of the earlier releases, and the system is getting better and better. And I think all the changes, subtle changes they have made to the system are only adding up to the fun and the utility of Linux Mint, and the changes are in the right direction, I can say. And it is also giving a little slight refresh to the Cinnamon desktop. So that's it. And I really thank the Linux Mint team to develop this new changes in the system, and they are in the right direction and everything is working fine. They can go with the release of the stable version of Linux Mint 22.3 at the earliest. I think by 31st, before 31st, they can release it. It is working all fine. I found no issues as such. General usage, everything is working. So that's it for today's video. See you in the next video. Bye bye.